Planting trees will help green and cool the urban environment for our future. One of the most important steps in planting a new tree is ground preparation. You need to dig a nice big hole. This one's probably 600 diameter and at least the depth of the shovel, if not a little bit deeper. That way you can break the ground up, make it soft, and just allows the tree's new roots to grow into it more easily. Now that you've dug over your hole, the next thing you need to do is put some moisture in the ground for the plant when it's ready to be planted. Now this is done usually a week to 3 to 4 days out from when you're actually planting, and that way it provides some moisture in the soil for the new roots to grow. So the next part is we need to dig a hole, and it doesn't need to be ginormous now that we've dug over and prepared our site. We just need a hole that's slightly larger than the plant that we're going to be planting. This here is what they call a little hyco seedling. You can use tube stock, and that's the way we generally like to plant. The smaller the plant, the better. Reason why is when they're nice and small, they're quite vigorous in their root system, and they will establish their roots faster and begin to grow a lot quicker. So when planting, we put a fertiliser tablet. This is a native fertiliser tablet with the plant up against its roots when we plant it in the ground. That provides some nutrients for the young seedling to grow in the first few weeks to a month. Now that you've planted the plant, you need to now put some mulch around it, or you could use a recycled fibre mat which goes around the plant to cover up the ground and prevent the weeds growing through. Here we've got a nice pile of mulch that we're going to use to put around this tree to give it the best chance to survival and to keep the moisture in the ground. So now we've mulched around our seedling, now we need to water it in. And we need to give it a nice good soak to make sure that there's a good amount of moisture in the ground for it to last. Once we've done the initial watering, you probably only need to water it once a month, depending on how hot it is. If it's hotter, you'll need to water a little bit often, but before you do water it each time, scratch back the mulch, see how moist the soil is before you water it. There's nothing worse than watering it when it's wet. So now that we've watered our seedling in and mulched it, now it's time to put a tree guard on. Now we've got a core flute tree guard here. This tree guard will help to protect the tree in it while it's young and make sure that no weeds or anything grow up around it, and just protect it from a lot of the excess sun through the summer and just give it a better chance to survival.